Oh, we're going live. Yeah. No. Hey,
Nobody flies in the house of Mutombo.
nobody.
Hey, y'all. What's going on, y'all? It's Savage AF. You know what it is. I'm Black Pedro.
And I am Shang, aka Killer Mike.
What? I'm sure that name's copywritten by now.
Oh shit. Okay. Killer John.
There you go. And another one.
Yeah.
Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto, guys.
Right.
We're here for you live on YouTube
Look.
and Facebook.
Right.
Monday through Friday. Mondays and Fridays, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And not only that, not only are we on, we're not only on, we're on a bunch of shit. Now, if you look at the thing scrolling down here, you will see that we are on YouTube too. So make sure you check out.
So if you ever miss, we're on YouTube right now.
Right now, but I mean,
live.
if
but if you ever miss us live,
then you can.
Well, first of all, you've lost a piece of your soul if you miss us live.
Right.
I'm just gonna say it how it is.
And
you can get that soul back.
Horrible human being.
Yeah.
And you've touched a child inappropriately at least once in your life.
I'm not sure I would go that far, but you were close, very close.
Was that too much?
To what I was saying, yeah.
Okay, all right, I went over the line, but
you can get a piece of your soul back if you go to the YouTube channel, right. And it's youtube.com/c/SavageAF World, all one right. word. Go there and do these. Just do these. Subscribe, get notified. Hey, everybody, high five, raw.
Right, and then, but don't just do that, because you could just do that, and you still be a good person, but you should do this too. Give us the thumbs up. Action figure thumb.
Bam.
All right.
Put a sword in there.
Yeah. It can do with your thumb. Action figure thumb, or what Pedro says, right
in her butt. That's what thumbs are for, man.
That is just the worst,
right in her butt.
Horrible thing. At the same time, but also want to make sure you check us out on the podcast version of the show, because that way you can hear us without seeing us. Say you don't want to see us, which is horrible in its own right, but if you want to hear us, hear and listen, hear and touch the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm sorry, that just came out of nowhere. But make sure you check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. That's what you should do. And if you do it, you are the winner. All you do is win. Win. Everybody just wins. Savage AF wins. Subscribe and win.
You know what it is, man. Speaking of winning,
you got some people in the feed too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But speaking of winning, you can't do it in this life, this day and age. You cannot win without Instagram. It's the most important thing. Without
I think it's right. Won't survive.
Life is built on it now. So make sure you follow.
What's that one guy? Oh, Black Pedro. Yeah. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you follow him, and then send him a nice little message in the inbox. And while you're at it, you can send me all kind of, any women who want to send a tit pic, please send a tit pic to @comedian Shang. But you got to follow me first.
They're called nipplegrams.
Right. And then once you follow me, I'm gonna do the glasses off thing. Once you follow me, you'll be better about yourself. Come on, ladies. All right, don't send any titties. I was kidding. I don't want any tit grams or nipple grams. I'm sorry, because then we have a nipple gate, and then I get in trouble. AJ Fitz in the building. Marshall Epstein, aka butt crunch.
Resident crack junkie. We got Bronda James, Sandy, I see you. No other Miranda Breezy, JJ's Queen Bee. Oh, Maya Baker's back. Let's go, y'all, man. Let's get it.
Maya
Queen Bee. Jamani
Baker.
Jones in the building as well. Oh, it's Savage AF time, y'all. Let's get this started, man. We're gonna rip through one today.
We're gonna jump into the rundown on the run up, and we're gonna jump right into it. Bam! In your motherfucking grill. Go.
Oh, would like to thank Alameda. That's not some chick I met, but no, the Alameda Comedy
Club.
It
sounds like some chick.
Thank you, Alameda. I appreciate you, girl. No, Alameda, California, Alameda Comedy Club had a great time this weekend, and can't wait to get back up there. So thank you to everybody who came out. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Good time. All right, man. So we're gonna end today's show with Monday, April 4th, 2022, 4422, the year of your Lord. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. That's our motto. Black Pedro, comedian Shang. We're gonna end with the SHANGRY.
Yes,
he does the Shanger. Does America need a smacking?
Okay. Yeah,
because we got an Uncle Smacky in the house if we need one. But before we get into that, right there you go. Black Pedro popping today. Straightforward today. We're talking about LA's guaranteed income program. It's crazy. Let's talk about it. If you're here, you should know. Before we get into that, let's talk about stealing jobs. Major U.S. steel mill is linked to a Russian oligarch. Ownership is overseas. Jobs are in limbo. Let's talk about it. If you're wondering what the Ukraine war has to do with you, maybe you're in a field that could be affected by this oligarch shit. Let's see. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that,
yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, we
have a very important question to ask. Motherfucker, say what? And I'm gonna say for this one, and I'm gonna leave a little tidbit out there. Repass the Courvoisier. That's what I said. Repass the Courvoisier. Let's talk.
What you gonna do, brother? Pass the Courvoisier. What you gonna do, brother? Pass the Courvoisier.
Bump.
That's my dance for the video.
Pass the Courvoisier.
Or I'm having a stroke.
That's good. Either could be happening.
Either one.
Cam, get Shang.
I'm okay. I'm fucking with y'all. I'm all right.
Hey, well, speaking of fucking with somebody, we're gonna start off with this story, and it's a good old kick in the bald. Give it a Jeff Bezos is bald, and his JFK 8, I believe, is the facility. It's obviously in the New York area. An Amazon warehouse. The workers there have officially unionized. They won the vote to unionize, and they are the first to do it within the Amazon realm. Now, for those who don't know, Jeff Bezos, yes, he's a bald, possibly a modern day Lex Luthor. We don't know, but he got a kick in that bald today while he was up flying space missions in his space penis. Workers were on the ground organizing against his very, very anti-worker corporation. I mean, Amazon is a soul crusher when it comes to its operations, on the worker
because they're so big and so powerful. Basically, if you look in their bylaws, I read their bylaws and guidelines, Pedro. I don't know if you knew that. I read their entire package. It was 2,444 pages.
Okay.
And the first 1,600 pages were like, "Fuck you, we're Amazon."
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was easy to read that part. This next page, "Fuck you, we're Amazon," and then on that other page after that, it was like, "We don't have to pay taxes." You know why? Next page, "Fuck you, we're Amazon." Wow. So yeah, it was pretty.
That's amazing, Amazon. But this is a fight back. This is the rebel forces, taking an empire base under their control. So, and how did it happen? Just good old organizing, motherfuckers sticking together. People are always like, "Oh, you can't fight these corporations; they're too strong." And then people get scared because these corporations will tell you like unions will drink your babies, and if you join a union, then you lose your job. And it's like, listen, man.
Well, Amazon can do that. Amazon can do that and make you afraid, because the last lawsuit that Amazon had, they held them up, even though the people won. 2 of the people that were in the lawsuit died in the interim because they held it for 11 years. So that's how powerful they are. And if you're a mom and pop store, fuck you. It's not happening. We're Amazon, bitch.
Yeah. So Christian Smalls is the new union president. This is a brother who, as Maya Baker points out, the leader of that unionization movement was a former employee. Christian Smalls, I believe, is the same person we're talking about, Maya. Former employee. You know, these warehouse conditions are
horrendous.
Yeah. And the pace they make them work at, and the safety conditions, the hazards. You know, all of these things, you know, all going all the way back. And yes, this is a black man who led this movement. And what they did basically, you know, was really, really organized to the point that they created true solidarity among, you know, their fellow coworkers. Because that's what it takes for these movements. It's like people actually have to stick together. You know, people can't get wishy-washy at the last minute or scared that they're going to take our job from us. Man, listen. Stick with there's power, there's safety in numbers. You got to stick with the group, and that's what eventually happens.
And also act a little crazy, act a little nutty about it.
Yeah,
like,
let them know you're ready to go.
I don't know who the fuck that person is, but the end of the day, when you go against somebody as big as Amazon, you got to have solidarity. You can't be no scared little yogurty bitch. You got to go hard to paint because you know, Amazon's about that life. They will fuck you over. And there's lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. Like, okay, I'm going to give you this equates to the conditions in Amazon. Why'd you laugh and shit like that?
I mean, you know, you put it up there for that. So that's, you know, I'm just taking advantage of the material.
No, the material. But no, I mean, really, Amazon is beast mode. And it's hard to go against them. And the fact that they even unionize at all or got any leverage to unionize against Amazon is amazing. Because that's like going against the Empire in Star Wars.
Yeah, absolutely. Maya Baker says unions are successful when the management team sucks. Unions are necessary all the time, but also especially when management teams suck. And this is what you know, any of your average Amazon warehouse workers are facing is you know, poor management and administration. So and if the corporation has a culture of suppression of its workers, then each individual worker has no power against that corporation. But banded together, you know, it's like when you take one chopstick, bam, you could do that. But you take a whole bunch of chopsticks together and you can't snap them in half because there's strength in that.
And you know what? And if you take a whole bunch of chopsticks and you sharpen the edge of them and you put duct tape around it, that's called a shank. So then
next time on Prison Wars.
And then you go up to the office and go, we want some changes in this fucking office down in this goddamn warehouse. People are dying. Boxes are falling, killing people. Make it safer. And they say no. Then you take your chopsticks that you duct tape together and you get them right in the throat, like, because you know that. And then when they fall down, you take an Amazon box and you beat them to death.
There you go.
And then so the next corporate guy will be like, oh shit. First off, let's get rid of the chopsticks. These motherfuckers.
Who ordered Chinese? Come on.
Who let these motherfuckers get that together? So yeah, I think that Amazon it's impressive to me. It's surprising, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna push back.
Well, hopefully it's contagious. I mean, they're unionized. I'm not sure what Amazon does as a response. You know, we had to close the facility. The rent got too high. I don't know exactly how that works, but it is necessary. Unions are necessary. I grew up in Detroit, which is like the union town. You know, the United Auto Workers. My mother, you know, has been an active member, but was an active member for, you know, decades. And it's you know, how part of the reason our family was able to survive, you know, during economic downturns, and you know, GM wants to cut benefits and wages and all this other shit, and the union's like, nah, we ain't doing that shit.
Yeah,
and I went on strike a few times in my lifetime.
His mom was on the show once, And she about that life. She's like, yeah, if you try to cross us, we'll run up on you. And then it was her. There's a picture of her when she was younger, and she's standing there like this, and all the other people are behind her, and they have the union signs, and you're not gonna do shit. And so she's a tough cookie.
Rebel. She's a rebel
She's
without a cause.
She's a rebel.
We're gonna keep it moving, y'all. But kudos to the Amazon crew. Let's hope that gets contagious. Speaking of tough cookies, this is a tough one to swallow. And when I heard this story, it absolutely made me say this out loud.
Absolutely.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Motherfucker say what? Repass the Courvoisier. Repass the Courvoisier. A repass, generally a time when people get together to mourn.
Right.
The loss of one who has transitioned. Recently, a rapper named Goon News or Goo News. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not up on these things.
Slain rapper.
He was slain.
He was slain.
And
that's what Huffington Post said.
Yeah, and I don't want to make light of that. So R.I.P. to the young man and.
No, we can make light of it.
Well, until we get to this part, like I don't want to, but we about to because these niggas. I don't know if this was in line with his final wishes, but
or they thought it would be fly, or they thought, yo, my man gonna do one more show, even if he don't want to. He owed promoter money, and he said,
right. They put allegedly, Goo News, his embalmed body was propped up at a nightclub.
This is it.
That charged $40 for a public viewing of. Now, this allegedly is a picture of him, the embalmed body. This is a dead body you're looking at that is propped up at a nightclub in an Amiri sweatshirt with a crown on his head.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he owed a promoter a booking. And they're like, I don't give a fuck if that nigga's dead. I need y'all to prop that motherfucker up, charge at the motherfucking door, and we gonna get our money back. That motherfucker already got the deposit. This dead nigga got the deposit. We get the money back. Everybody dead. Shut the fuck up.
They told that club promoter that the performer died, and he was like,
motherfucker say what?
Get that nigga up on stage. I don't give a fuck. Get that
wake that motherfucker up right now.
Give him a goddamn sweatshirt. Put this on him. Put the sunglasses on him.
The level of creepy.
What kind of weekend at Bernie's shit is this?
Why would you? Now I've seen some funerals where they get their party on.
New Orleans get down.
They get down. Yeah, like let's get it.
But it's a traditional ceremony. You know what I mean? There's a whole history to ceremonies like that, but this is kind of ratchet. Like this is definitely a very ratchet way of saying goodbye to the homie.
And the people that paid the $40, what kind of fucking goofballs are you? What kind of fucking goofballs? Hey man, what y'all doing this weekend, nigga? I'm going to see. Goon's gonna be stuck on the wall this weekend. You ain't going? Yes, I'm not going. Fucking creepoids. But I'm just telling you.
Dave Moore said he was gonna do a Houdini and come back and do one more show. Yeah, that's when I'm the fuck up out of there. Let that nigga move 1 inch and I'm
if he moved 1 inch,
I wouldn't even be there. What am I talking about? Get the fuck out of there.
But no, this is his body. They put on jeans on him and tennis shoes like he was dressed normally. Like, yeah, man, where you going?
It's also the propping up of the body. Yeah. Like maybe if it was in a casket on stage at a nightclub, it would be like, okay, this is not a traditional venue, but I see your attempt to to have a respectful public viewing. But I mean, what is he propped up on? They put this nigga on a mannequin stand or a coat rack?
No. His legs are dangling. He's hung up there. There are two metal hooks under his armpits, and he's
Oh,
hung. He's hung
God.
up there. So I mean, and
That
again,
like meat.
that
Like
ain't that ain't right. That ain't right. But
oh,
hey,
God.
people had a good time. They was dancing. Yeah, get it. The main thing is this is part of the sadness, to me at least, of how much what
AJ Fitz said his head was down. He looked dead tired. He did. He'd also, yeah. I mean, yes, he's dead, but it's like there's not even a party vibe about the corpse there. Like, at least position the arm in like a, like a shout out arm. You know what I mean? Like, what up, my nigga? Like give him like party arms or something. This is just like this. It's terrible.
Okay,
It's
yeah, and
honestly,
I agree, Breezy JJ, I agree 1,000%. Creepy as fuck.
yeah.
So and Bronda, so y'all paying to go see the viewing now? I wish I would. I mean, a lot of
Right. What you-
the
who got
motherfuckers.
who got a table that night? I want to know the bottle pop niggas on repass night. Like you put sparklers near a dead body, nigga.
Yeah,
Like
it was this, and then you cut to him just.
I mean, when niggas taking photos with it, like, oh man.
Yeah. There was people taking photos. There were people, girls standing by. Good. That is dead ass wrong. Wow.
Dead ass for all my
You know
New
what?
Yorkers out there. Dead
You are.
ass.
You know what? You are dead right. When you just said that, you are absolutely dead right. But no.
So yeah, that was just one of these, sometimes the motherfuckers say what is something serious political, sometimes it's personal. This is just a true motherfuckers say what? Like what did y'all niggas went to go see the dead body at the nightclub? I don't know, man. I don't know about it.
And,
All right, man.
Slain, but his body was displayed.
At a nightclub. That tops it for me. That is some hood ratchet shit. I'm like,
now I don't mind if they had a party for me, like, yeah, get it.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Actually, I remember some years back, there was one where they had a body but propped up in a chair, almost like a throne.
Yeah.
And they threw a party around the deceased person who was in a chair. Creepy as fuck, but a much better visual than meat rack Martin over here. This just hung this nigga up like beef.
But I like the fact they put lighting on him. I think that was cool.
And designer clothes. Like.
Yeah. And the guy said, "So what's the gig this weekend?" All right, this is real different, bro. All right, we get this dead dude that's gonna hang on the wall with 2 hooks, and I need you to make the lighting look like it's festive. What you think? What you think? And I know they were like, "What?"
Stop fucking with me. He's like, "I'm dead serious.
I'm totally dead ass. Now, this is what you're gonna do." And they say, "I ain't doing that, man. That's disgusting. That's appalling. Why would you do something so inappropriate?" He said, "We'll give you $15,000. You know what? Green lights, I think, would look good. I mean,
it'll help the gang. It'll help highlight the gangrene.
I know.
All right, man. We're gonna keep it pushing, y'all. That was your motherfucker say what today. Please keep your dead homies out the club. You want to keep your homies alive in the club? If they dead, keep them out the club. Okay. Moving on. Serious topic here. Stealing jobs, right? We talked a lot about this Russian oligarch stuff. They've been yacht seizing and boats and mansions and assets all up the ass.
Also, they've been with banks. With the banks,
yeah,
they've actually
seizing
went
of
in
funds
and
and
seizing
credit
the funds,
card freezing,
cleaning them out, and also American companies that are deep in the pocket of Russia. They've actually fined them and cleaned out their accounts. So it's.
And here we have a unique situation in which a major steel company in America. They're based in Colorado, Pueblo, Colorado. Evraz is the name of the steel mill company. and I believe they have several mills around the nation. But CNN Business focused on this one mill in Pueblo, Colorado. Is this Evraz company
Evraz.
is owned primarily by a Russian oligarch who is very close to Vladimir Putin. That being said, nothing has happened yet, but workers at this and the company itself are beginning to worry about
Their jobs.
how these sanctions will come down and how it will affect their jobs. Not only that, and maybe even more importantly, the fact that or the probability that the steel they manufactured may have been used in the production of many of Russia's tanks. And then, therefore, you have Americans working here on American soil who are potentially helping the Russian military
Okay.
complex.
To basically, it's indirectly backing the attack of Ukraine. That's what a lot of people are saying.
Well,
And
I mean, yeah, I mean, even it's and absolutely unintentionally, but that is the byproduct of being owned by
by a
a
Russian.
Russian, a Russian entity, a Russian company.
And if you look at this picture, that's one of the workers there working at this steel mill. And he's like, if I lose this job, my wife will kill me. So he's going to jump into the molten steel. I don't know if you can see this image. I had to cut it off before he jumped in because we don't want to show that. But this guy's like, man, I need this job. If I can't have this job, my wife will leave me. And then so he's going to kill himself.
Yeah. So
But
these steel mills, I believe, account for, especially, I think this one in particular accounts for, I think, 16% of the greater company's revenue. The oligarch himself made like $522 million off of the steel mill revenues alone. So $522 million.
Breezy JJ used a very, I love that word,
Unbeknownst
to them.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so I listened to the CEO or representative, I should say, of the steel mill, who was like, and it was corporate. He was trying his best, but he was like, as far as we're concerned, we're an American company. We're headquartered in Chicago. We have our own CEO. They're legally and technically not a separate entity, but operate as such in his mindset. But the reality is they're a fully encompassed subsidiary, right? They're under the umbrella of this larger Russian corporation, and ultimately, now this representative argued that the revenue that the mills create here in America get reinvested 100% back into the American, their
Right.
American operations. So he's saying that no, none of this is going to help Russia. And people are like, yeah, but what about the steel itself? You know what I
Right,
mean?
the steel itself, and of course he had to do the corporate tap dance, like, hey, whatever you say, to make it look like it. But end of the fucking day, he is flat out, he is a butt boy for this Russian company. This Russian company. If I own your shit, you say, well, no, a lot of the money that you're giving me, I'm putting it back in the community. Yeah, but if I tell you not to, you will do what I tell you, and you will do as I say. And then I got to hire the equalizer to come in, check his watch before he before he times it out, before he sticks a fucking corkscrew up your asshole. Yeah. I mean, but they absolutely okay. Thank you, Tammy Turner, for
thank you for coming out. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
yeah, we had a good time in Alameda.
But if you look at the way the Russians do it, they mad cool with it. They're like, you will do what we say, steel mill. I don't know if they talk that way, but in my mind, that's how they sound. You will do Black Pedro, you would tell the jokes the way I tell you to tell the jokes.
Talking to me like that.
And you will do it. And then all of a sudden, Black Pedro's screen goes black.
What? Roman Abramovich is the name of the oligarch. He's the largest shareholder in Evraz. And he's been sanctioned by the UK, the EU, and Canada as of last month. So there, obviously there are a lot of calls now for Abramovich to for his shares to be sold, and for
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard
company to
sell.
break up. Yeah, I mean, but ultimately, it's like, do sanctions hit such that this steel mill gets shut down? So the reason I really want to bring up this story, because there are times when we're like, well, what does this war in Ukraine have to do with me or us or whatever? And it's like, I don't know what you guys do for a job, right? But who owns your company, right? Who owns the company that you work for? Maybe some Russian motherfucking oligarch is the major shareholder in your shit. The hospital you work at, or the factory you work at, or what? I don't know. Maybe there
Pedro.
are black people who work at this steel mill. But all I'm saying is that there is this potential with these sanctions and the shutting down of businesses, because what this highlights is that there are Russians who own businesses
I
here
hear you. I
and
hear you.
Americans who work for them. So this could eventually affect more people
Well, yeah,
in
right.
ways
If
that
you
we
look at,
didn't think about.
I know I agree with you to a point, but I think gas prices, if you look at gas prices, look at some of the other things, inflation, microchips, some of the components for microchips are made through Russian companies. So we could, it'll be for cars. So yeah, we're gonna have some problems. But the bottom line is I feel like, even though I'm not down for no war or no shit, because if we go nuclear, they go nuclear, it's a wrap. We're all gonna be wearing lead underwear and then wondering why. Does your skin peel every day? I know mine does. So you can't really do that, but we couldn't sit by and not do nothing, is what Americans were saying. We had to put some sanctions on. We can't put men on the ground, can't put, foots on the ground.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get all that. My point is not even that. It's just that there are Americans, black, white, brown, Puerto Rican, Asian, it don't matter. Like, there are Americans
Well, you about to rap?
who could potentially lose their job because of this war in Ukraine. And on the surface, it might seem like they're seemingly unrelated, but that's
they
all I
are.
was just saying, is like, there's all these dots are connected. And
AJ Fitz says $1 billion worth of steel the government left in another country. That is true. We do stuff like that all the
I
time.
don't know about that. I don't know what country or when that happened, but
we leave tanks, weaponry, all kind of shit. America don't have no moral center. But I understand what you're saying. People losing their jobs, it might be Russian. I know my cousin lost his job at the Russian dressing company, where they said they make Russian dressing. And he said, I'd be damned if I work for a company that makes Russian dressing with the Russians doing what they're doing in Ukraine. And now that motherfucker don't eat nothing but salad with balsamic.
dry
So
salads.
yeah, so it affects. I know I personally like ranch, even though that's the worst one for you. But Russian dressing is good. And I don't know if I could, that's a bridge too far for me to eliminate that type of shit out of my life. Also, Russian hookers. I like Russian hookers, because those women, they could take a beat. I mean, like, you can really pound them,
Wow.
and they
You mean in bed, right? Like
in bed. I don't mean
okay.
beat.
Like, not like their head through the wall.
Again, we're not going back to the equalizer.
It didn't sound right at first. I was like,
take your money and you can't have your bitch. No, and then you should have took the money.
yes, sir.
No, I'm saying that wow, Queen B says that's the Italian. I like Italian dressing, but Russian dressing's not bad. It's not bad.
Breezy, before we move on, Breezy JJ's does ask, so what about the Russian tea room in NYC? So, there are distinctions to be made between maybe a person of Russian descent, or, a Russian immigrant who owns a business in America, versus Vladimir Putin's homie, Roman Abramovich, who's an oligarch, a multi-billionaire, and, has influence over their country, and is part of their corruption system. So, let's make those distinctions. But my point is, like, who owns your company? What's in your wallet? Like, maybe let's hope that this global incident of halfway around the world that seems to have nothing to do with you in the hood doesn't end up taking away a job.
Right. And if you work at a steel mill pertaining to like U.S. steel mills, even though it says U.S. steel, even though it should be USSR, if that's the case, but U.S. steel mills will be affected, and we're going to just have to tighten our buckle, I guess.
Some, not all, but
not all, but some. And those people that live in those areas, that some means a lot to them. I get it, but I'm just saying, America needs to stop that corny shit. And if you're going to be down with the Ukrainians and all that other bullshit, because I'm not really 100% in with that, then you should make sure that he sells his stock and keep it moving.
Yeah. Some of these companies are going to have to cut ties in order to maintain their operations. All right, we're going to keep it pushing, man. It's about that time, y'all. It's about time. We go shine. Let's get it in.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey. With another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Whoop.
Oh,
it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin', man. Let's get it, y'all. Oh, so sometimes I come with these cryptic messages and little hints about today straightforward. We talking about money, so let's get it, y'all. No time for puzzles and clues and shit. If you are in LA County proper, like you live in Los Angeles County, not like I'm right on the edge. If I go across the street, then fuck your house, okay? Somebody you live in LA County.
Wait a minute. Fuck your house. That
this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Everybody in the feed, that wasn't nice what Pedro said. Don't fuck your house.
This ain't got nothing to do with fuck in your house. I mean,
you can fuck in your house, but don't fuck your house. That's just nasty.
So breathe, y'all. Just relax, breathe. Okay.
Stretch.
That's the name of the program. LA County has come up with. It's a breathe. LA County's guaranteed income program. And what they're doing is they're giving a limited number of people. I can't remember the exact number of people. 1,000 eligible residents. They're going to be giving away, and this sounds like a contest or something, but 1,000 eligible residents, they're going to give $1,000 a month for 3 years. So over 3 years, that's $36,000 that 1,000 people in LA County will get as part of this guaranteed income program. Now, when I heard about it, I jumped my black ass on and applied. Now, I got denied immediately. I do not qualify. So here's some of the income eligibility,
Hold up, nigga.
requirements for it.
Do we live in that area?
We live in LA County, nigga. Yeah, you live in LA County, nigga. You live in Los Angeles.
I mean, so hold up. What the fuck is it called again? Breathe?
Come on, man.
Shit, go ahead, man. I'm just trying to make sure.
Look up. It's literally on the screen. LA's guaranteed income program. Watch the show.
LA.
That's what it's for. So if you're a one person household, the maximum you can make is $56,000. Two people, 76,800. 3 people, 86,000. So if you're 8 or more people, the max you can make is $126,700. Right. So these are your maximums. A one person household at $56,000. I feel like that's not even that's not balling in LA. But that doesn't feel like the struggle. But whatever. It's up to 56,000.
I make 32.
I don't know. I don't know how my black ass didn't qualify. Okay. I try my best to look poor every day and needy.
And it didn't work?
It did not work. But I am all for this. Granted that the money is passed out when they say eligible persons, that we're talking about people who need this, where $1,000 extra a month over the next 3 years might actually make a real difference in their lives that could allow them to save money, to get into home ownership,
to buy edibles,
to cancel out debts. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's the other thing. There's no stipulations on this money. You can actually do with it whatever you want to. So yeah, Shang, you could buy edibles, and then you could go to the club and stare at a dead motherfucker for 3 days in a row if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that easy, baby. So I'm yeah, call back, but I'm all for this these types of programs here, where for those who are eligible and needy, money like this, this is the shit our government should be doing with all the money they have. right? We have enough tanks and war choppers and battleships and intergalactic missiles and shit.
I knew you were gonna keep going, like and
Goddamn
lasers,
laser monkeys and
and
motherfucking
lightsabers,
yeah,
and
man, sonar guided sharks and shit.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
we have the money. We waste so much money on so much bullshit. Pass it out to people who need the fucking money. They will spend it in ways that are good for the economy. They will go spend it everywhere from the edible shop. The edible shop need business, right?
Right.
On up to the grocery store. Grocery store need business. They go throw it in the bank. Bank need business.
But let's keep it real. Okay?
Buy a house. Realtors need business.
I absolutely agree with you 1,000%. But no, I'm saying there's a but on there. But I think that if you get $1,000 a month is $1,000 a month for the next. There's going to be people that's going to take advantage of the program.
Yeah.
There's going to be people that's going to take advantage of the program. So I see that. I'm not going to say all people, but there's going to be percentage because they took advantage of the PPP loans. They took advantage of, any kind of stimulus, or there was companies that didn't need the money were getting the money.
Yeah.
Now,
a lot of scamming went on.
A lot of scamming went on. So I'm down for it. And I agree with you. But I hope they really police the fuck out of it. Yeah. So some fucking multi-millionaire doesn't get an extra $1,000 just to buy for tossing midgets onto a dart ball or onto a dart ball.
I I agree with that. That's why, regulation is absolutely important.
Absolutely. And you didn't get it, but somebody else.
Yeah, but I don't want to let because any program that's passing out money, there's going to be somebody that's, we got to get this money. Even me, I was like, let me see. I'm not running some scam. I'm not running a scam.
I know, but you just announced it. You announced it. Say, even me. And then right then, that's the only clip.
I'm gonna check for it.
The FBI is going to use that clip to say, and then they're going to.
I'm gonna check for my check.
Black Pedro's tries to scam LA government, and then we got to run and.
I just don't want any attempts at fraud around these types of programs to discourage us as a society from continuing to provide such programs, right? Like, I just don't want us to be like, but people going to try and steal. Yeah, people always going to try and steal. That doesn't mean people always going to try and break into houses. That don't mean you stop building houses, right? So let's keep building. Let's keep socializing our money.
I disagree.
And passing it out. And
I disagree. I think
America will be a better place.
I think that, to stop drunk driving, we should not create cars. That's my opinion.
Goddamn cars always
now
get
you keep drinking, you keep the drinking, but the car part, we need to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, in my opinion. And you don't want people to cheat, stop making condoms.
Hey, I'm with you, Breezy JJs. We all hope the money really goes to those who really need it. Shangadang, get us up out of here, man.
All right, y'all. Let me tell you something. I know that we've been talking about the smack and the slap that been heard around the world, but this is another slap of somebody I think that really needs to be slapped, and you shall see. Hey, yo, all right. Win. Let me tell you something. I think that there was last week was Slapapalooza, Slapfest USA. All we talked about, there was more shit going on in the world than Will Smith slapping fucking Chris Rock. Okay, that was a big story. Absolutely. And people were fucked up by it. But let me tell you something. All right. You know who needs to be slapped? America needs to be slapped because America doesn't address the real fucking issues. And we don't. I mean, racism. We need to, racism needs a smack. We need to put just as much energy into talk about Will and Jada and fucking Chris Rock. We need to be that much fucking press coverage and information should be out there pertaining to racism. But no, we just give racism a nice little cute smack instead of motherfucking wham. That's what I think we should give it, the wham. And we know racism is still there. Yeah. They say, is it racist? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's racist, but we don't focus on it. And we know it's out there. And you know, you're racist. You're racist. You're racist. You're all fucking racist. And you know it. And we should talk about it, and we should put more energy on that. I was so upset that the fact that we talked about the slap with Chris Rock more than we talked about the fact that they are taking our voting rights away. And black people on Black Twitter, use your fucking energy for that too. Use that energy pertaining to the fact that there are black women missing, and nobody's talking about that as much. Where there's 36 black women in the DC area that just went missing, and nobody wants to talk about that shit. Or the other shit where this black young man was shot by the cops. Put that out, that out there as much as possible, just as much as you put the fucking Jada Will drama bullshit. Let's talk about the racism in this country just as much and make them feel shamed instead of constantly rehashing this bullshit on Black Twitter that we do. You can put that out there, but don't put it so much that we forget about the real news that's going on with black people in America. So that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you're all racist. You're racist. No, I'm not saying you're all racist, but let's address that a little bit more. And I'm not saying all white people should be smacked, but we need to smack America in the face and get used to the reality that is one of the biggest problems in America.
That's what it is, bro. Smack them with a shame. You know, and that, you know, that's why that was my goal with today's show, was to let's jump off of the Will Smith, Chris Rock train.
You know what?
And get back to the
real news. And also, let's talk about this. Look at that titty.
wait, what?
Everybody talking about Will and Chris. What? And nobody said shit about Venus Williams' nipple was out the whole show.
Oh,
look at the nipple. Yeah. And it's a good nipple too. And it's a great nipple. She got good titties. Titty.
It's all right. Love all.
Yes.
That's a tennis reference, y'all.
So Savage AF.
You know what it is.
We up out of here.
That's your show for today, man. We'll be back here for you tomorrow on a Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, you know, keep hope alive. Keep your finger out.
And make sure you share it with all your friends. Tell all your friends so our subscribers can get up to 1 trillion. We are only
a trillion away, bro.
1 trillion away, and then we be in the mix. Also, if you happen to be in the Philadelphia area, Thursday, I will be at the Punchline in Philadelphia. Make sure you get your tickets now. Go to the website, phillypunchline.com, and you can get your tickets. We'll be there for one show, and then after that, I'll be in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, at the House of Laughs Comedy Club. That's right. April 8th and 9th, 8 p.m., one show a night. Make sure you tell your friends come out. And also, Venus got really good titties. All right.
She's doing great.
Yeah, she's doing great. All right. Had to put that out there.
All right, y'all. We are out of here, man. Savage.
We out.
See you tomorrow.
We see you tomorrow. Deuces.